A number of areas as to why great plans fail or come under pressure. Um, the most obvious one is a lack of instinct for implementation. And a lot of people who have great plans and great ideas uh, are, in terms of the way they're made up, not interested in the nitty gritty of the implementation piece. They have the big vision, the big idea, they have urgency, they have pace. And yet actually what you need in taking big plans into fruition is not just the ideas people, but the implementation people. And the ideas people tend to find the implementation people rather boring. And they tend to find them, a bit of a constraint because they slow things down and they want to get the details right. But each has to respect each other. So implementation and execution are the biggest elements in a big plan not coming to fruition. The big idea is wonderful, but then the execution starts to fall down. And between the two is this little thing called strategy, which often gets forgotten about. Because strategy is the thing that links together your big goal and the tactical stuff to get it through. So sometimes they go wrong because there is the big idea and then lots of scurrying around down here at the bottom and nothing that ties those two together. So it is all around the discipline of implementation, the detailed action steps to make sure that happens. And then two other things. One is no plan B, because actually, plan A may be really, really cool, but in that process, there isn't any thought given to, well, actually what happens if something unforeseen happens and knocks this off the course? What's the fallback position? What's the contingency? So it's easy to go kind of all guns blazing out on this amazing plan, but you've got to have a plan B and probably a plan C and a plan D in the background as well. So you've got alternative routes if the unforeseen happens. And then the other one is a changing landscape. When you've got this great plan, that's what fills your world, that's what fills your mind. And it's really easy to stop looking at the outside world and see what's going on. I can think of one wonderful example of a team working on an amazing project, and they completely concentrated on that and took their eye off the rest of the world. And when they eventually emerged with their wonderful product 5 or 7 years later, they then suddenly realized that the competitor landscape had completely changed and they'd lost their market. They'd been too focused into their technology and what they were developing. They'd lost the wider vision of what was going on in the world.